Very often we would have, for raising money for GBH, we would have an audience come in. I remember when we were doing tripe, because one of the good things about public television was that we could throw things that a commercial station never would, like tripe. It wouldn't have enough appeal. But it was fun seeing the big piece of tripe, a big raw piece that looked like a shaggy rug. It was interesting. We had older people and we had a bunch of young people in that came from a school. And when we passed it around for people to taste it, older people, no. All the younger ones all wanted to eat it and try it out. But people weren't very adventurous then. In our crew, a lot of the crew had never eaten a fresh artichoke or never eaten fresh asparagus. It was interesting that at that point people weren't very adventurous, or there wasn't that much offered. I've imagined not ever eating fresh asparagus, for instance. So we really taught a lot of people things. There weren't any leaks anywhere until we began showing them, and we found also that a lot of the markets began finding out what we were doing, and then they would stock what we had. Williams Sonoma, the cookware store, was very useful to us. It was anything that, like, we had oval perforated metal egg poachers, because you know how hard it is to get an poached egg to look well. And you can find these little oval metal things. I have some here. And you drop the egg into it, and then it keeps its shape. And that you then began to find them around. And then it was interesting about the egg poacher. Then people said eggs were dangerous. Now they've gone back. You can have eggs, even 2 a day. So the egg poachers are back in. That's odd, isn't it? They were very, very helpful because they would carry these things, and they had a lot of very good things that I like to use. I like to show new things like a salad dryer, that it spins like that. It's in a basket, and it has at least the one I have has a string, and you pull it, and that rotates round and round, and all the water is thrown off. And I think our show was the first place that it was shown. And then also the use of a blowtorch, which is very useful if you want to. You can unmold, say if you have a gelatin dessert and you want to unmold it, you just take your blowtorch and run it around just to loosen it, and then it unmolds very easily. Or you can brown something nicely with it. I think we were the first to use that. Yes, they were all French, but some of them were mine. But at least we showed a lot about knives and utensils. Then it was always fun having funny things, like I have a great big knife, which I call a fright knife. It's about that long and about that wide with jagged edges on it. It does look very dangerous. And we were the first people to use the food processor. We introduced it on the TV. So it was very useful for the people to know what was out there. And what's nice, well, as I said, it was nice that you can show things like tripe, and also you can go into detail. I know I'm very much interested in the Food Network, but they have a difficulty because they have to make money, and so they have to have entertainment, and they really can't have the kind of serious teaching shows that we can have on PBS, because the audience attention is short.